Hey, Philosophix here, and today I'm going to teach you the game Karuta. Okay, so to play Karuta, you want a lesson that has about 9, I'm going to give you a good number of cards. You want 9 to maybe 11 at most cards, new words that you're teaching them. These are verbs. The lesson I did this for wasn't actually to play Karuta, but the cards I made were the same. And to make small cards, if you just want to know real quick, hold on, let me get the piece of paper. So let's say you're on your computer, right, and you're about to print a piece of paper. You have the big versions of stuff. Well, you can, after you print these big versions of all the cards that you're going to use, just shrink them down, try to fit them all onto one page. I can typically get 9, so 3 on top, 3 in the middle, 3 on bottom, print them, but don't cut them or anything. Just print one copy, go to the copy machine, print 15 copies or however many you need to do the math or whatever, and then laminate them, then cut them, and bam, you're done. So anyway, I digress. Going back to the game, so the game, right, it depends on the lesson, but generally it has to be a question and answer, because the kids will be in groups when they play this game. Maybe 2 to 4 people per group, however you want to do it for that lesson. And the lesson could be, let's see. So pretend these are like fruits, just straight up fruits. And the lesson I taught was, what fruit do you like? And then the answer is, I like apples or something. Well, the kids will ask the question, all of them at once. So it'd be like, all right, kids, ready? 1, 2. What fruit do you like? Then they focus on there, because then I'm going to be like, I like, and the moment I say something, the first kid to touch it gets to keep the card, right? And it's going to be obvious who touched it first, too. There won't be too much confusion, because whoever's hand is at the bottom, is obviously the first person, because anyone else will have their hands on top of that person. Maybe they'll be next to each other, but then they can do janken 1, 2, 3 to figure out who won. They'll know how to do that automatically. This game is already a Japanese thing, but bringing it into the English room is kind of what the point of this video is and how you would do that. So they will go, what fruit do you like? I like apples. Boom, bam, and then whoever got it gets 1 point, and you keep doing this until all the cards are gone. The winner is the one with the most points. Simple, easy game, and it's short. It's short, so there's one thing you can do. Every time there's a new round, I like to tell them, hands on your, and then I like to correlate it with the song, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, because it reinforces the, the body parts, I guess, just teach them that while you're at it. So it's like hands on your head. And then I make some variations. I'll say hands together, and they put their hands together, and some kid is obviously going to go itadakimasu, which is what they do. They put their hands together right before they eat and say itadakimasu, means I'm going to receive. It's a very respectful way of saying your graces without that whole Christian thing. Anyway, so I can say put your hands up or on your belly button and stuff like that. It's fun. It can use a decent amount of time so that you don't have to think of an extra game on top of Karuta. You can lengthen it that way. And yeah, another problem with this game though, I mean, it's fun, but you're going to run into those groups, or at least one per class. There's going to be a group that will have one kid who's just dominating everyone else. So it's apples, oranges, grapefruit, banana, whatever, and then bam, he has all of them, and it's all right, how many cards do you guys have? And it's let's count, and then you go 0 cards. Who has 0 cards? And this entire group except one kid has them. He's got all the cards, and all the kids are sad. Actually, they're not usually sad, but they give up and they don't care anymore, and then they hate English for you or forever because of you. And anyway, so that's normal Karuta, and let me show you one extra version of that where it's not Karuta, because you don't actually use cards, which is the whole point, but the rules are the same. This was obviously for a different lesson, but the lesson, fits. So the lesson was, how do you go to, and then just say a place. And so I'll have cards for both places they can use, and cards for modes of transportation. And so one kid, or all the kids will say whatever I'm pointing to. So if I'm pointing to the picture of Japan, they'll all go, okay, 1, 2, how do you go to Japan? And then I like to do rhythm, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm talking so weird. They're not going to be like, how do you go to Japan? You know, say it in a rhythm. It helps. How do you go to Japan? And then I'll be like, by bicycle. And then in this version, right, you still have the same format, except instead of cards, you have one piece of paper, and you actually want maybe only 2 and maximum 3 kids working on one piece of paper. And I'll tell you the reason why. But basically, you give the 2 people, the 2 kids, different colored writing utensils, markers, whatever, color pencil, and they have to circle all the ones that you just said. So if I said buy bicycle, they have to circle all the bicycles. And now because there's multiple bicycles, unlike Karuta where there's only one of each card, you know, the other kid also has chances to do some stuff here, and it's not boring and it's not quick, and you know, it's not over in an instant. However, if you have 3 people doing this game, the paper gets like pulled on from all directions, and it turns into this at the end, or the kids, you know, will like write all over it, and there's like, you know, so tell them ahead of time, you know, circle it, don't rip the paper, don't, you know, go into animal mode and all that. God, that was a waste of paper, but I'm not using this anymore anyway. So, So yeah, this is like the circlet game, but because it follows pretty much the same rules as Karuta, I decided, let's throw it into the Karuta video. It was shown to me by my company, Borderlink. So yeah, if you want to play Karuta, you can try this or this one, and those are my 2 Karuta games. Okay, so that was Karuta. That was also the circlet game, which is similar to Karuta. And just to reiterate, this is used for interview-style games with a question and answer, where the answer has to be different. You can't have an answer that's like always the same, like, yes, I do, or no, I don't. You know, do you like apples? Kids asking you, do you like apples? Yes, I do. Like, you know, you can't use that, right? So hopefully you guys learn something, and hopefully you can use this in your own whatever. And if you're, you know, an ALT that's been active for more than a day, then you probably already know about this game. But hopefully the circlet version might have been something new, you know? So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next game video.